What's up, wave makers? It's me, Mommy Suna.
One of them is a lesbian.
And before we get started, oh my god, my camera angle is just not good because you can't see our new balloon. And I had an announcement to make that we named the new balloon, and I will tell you what the new name is after I fix my setup. I'm sitting here like, this is good, this is no, it's not good enough. Here we are. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, so on my last video, I said whoever's comment gets the most upvotes is going to get to name the new balloon. And we had two that were literally neck and neck. So I was just like, you know what? I'll take these two names and I'll put them on a poll on my channel. And the results are in. And I honestly cannot believe how close these were. So much so, in fact, that I am double checking right now. Okay, yeah, with 51% of the vote. This was a 49-51 split, guys. The new balloon's name is Starbon. Yay! Honestly, I'm glad that Starbon won because I feel like it was much more creative. The other option was Brenda, which is also a very good name, but you know, maybe we could save that for our next balloon. But for right now, all hail Starbon. Anywho, guys. Oh, so you didn't get a Monday video this week. Also, second week in a row, I'm sorry. I was camping this weekend with my family. And then also, I'm gonna pretty much say right now that it's most likely you're not gonna get another Monday video for the third week in a row this upcoming week because I'm working on a deep dive. I have to focus on that because it has a sponsor and I have to send it and like, that's just a lot of work. I'm not like trying to not make memes and make up Monday videos. That's just the way my weeks have been going. We'll get back to our regular scheduled programming soon enough. But anyway, now that the housekeeping is out of its way, don't forget to like and comment on this video and also subscribe to this channel. That kind of stuff helps the algorithm, which helps my channel. So I appreciate it so much if you are doing that. Now, okay, so today we're going to be reacting to a video that one of you guys sent me. Actually, one of you guys have been sending me this specific girl. She's an It Works Hun. I think she's very high up, but she's got a lot of good content on her Instagram. And yeah, one of you guys just like really wanted me to react to her, and you finally sent me this video and I was like, yeah, this is the one. It's literally just titled, Let's Talk Objections. We're gonna hear her talk about people objecting to joining the business opportunity. Freaking ridiculous. Let's just press play and see what this is all about.
So I haven't talked about objections in a hot minute, and sometimes I kind of go on tangents about them, but I feel like this really needs to be something that I have on my Instagram because sometimes people let objections hold them back completely. Not even, like, some of you haven't even reached out to me because there's one thing that's holding you back. And so in the 3.5 years that I've been working from my phone and running an online business, I have legit heard every single objection in the book.
Is the working from your home thing like a predominantly It Works thing? Because I feel like all the other Huns and like every other MLM have kind of abandoned that work from your phone thing, but this chick is still going strong with it. She's just like, yeah, I've been working from my phone, which we know isn't true. I mean, yeah, you can work from your phone in an MLM, but there's a lot more to it too, right? It's just weird to hear a Hun say that in 2021. Like, I feel like they all kind of realized that wasn't the term that they should be using a while ago, but here we are.
And I can debunk just about every single one of them.
Okay.
And the number one thing that I hear from people is, oh, I'm not good at sales.
Yeah, you before she even answers this, you don't have to be good at sales. You have to be good at recruiting. You have to be good at manipulating. Yeah, because the business isn't about sales. It really isn't.
I think sometimes people go back to like the middle school days when we had to sell like candy bars and cookie dough and all kinds of fundraisers for school, and you couldn't sell anything, and your mom ended up buying all of them from you just so you could buy your cheer uniform.
Is that? I don't know if you guys hear that. That's the sound of privilege right there. That's what that is. My mom ain't ever bought any of that shit from me. She would bring it into her office and like maybe buy a tub of cookie dough, but like the office girls would like buy them from me. Like, I never had to sell anything when I was in school. None of these kids have to. Like, let's be honest, it's mostly the parents. Up through the entire time I still had a real job. Everyone at my work who had kids would just be like, hey, my kid's doing a fundraiser. Here's the catalog if you want some cookie dough or whatever. And would I buy some every time? Yes, I would. Is it overpriced garbage? Kinda. I mean, that cookie dough is good, but it was like 20 bucks for a tub of it, whatever. My point is that this is like a weird comparison to make because no one was like actually selling shit. It was just kind of like, kid's school, needs money. Here's catalog. Please buy. Bye-bye. It'll be in the break room. Bye-bye. Like, that's it. No one was expecting you to like pitch these products. And surely, I think 90% of us didn't have parents who would just buy everything in the catalog just so we could make some money or whatever. That's a privilege thing right there. So if that says anything about who we're listening to. There's that.
That's not sales. What I consider myself is an influencer. I'm not a salesman. I don't sit here and just sell products for a living. I show you, number one, how I use them. I make my coffee every single morning. I use my skincare. I talk about the cleanse. I just talk about the products that I personally use and love, help people get a personal discount, and I make money from it. I don't consider myself somebody that's trying to sell something when...
Okay, wait. Is that what they're calling it now? Is that what recruiting is now? It's just helping someone get a personal discount? You're not joining my team anymore. It's, oh, you sign up and you get a discount. No. Oh my God, no. Is anyone actually using It Works because they like the products? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Like, I know they have a lot of different products these days. They've got like skincare and shit. But here's the thing about MLMs is that the products, whether they're good or bad, they are a cover for the business structure, which is a pyramid scheme. And you like to hear these people all the time when they're talking about like the objections to being like, oh, well, it's a pyramid scheme, so I don't want to join. And then they'll sit there and go, oh no, we have a product, so we're not a pyramid scheme. You guys have to understand that Herbalife has been fined for being a pyramid scheme. Herbalife, you know, the one that sells a product and is very well known, honestly. Advocare got straight up like shut down. They had to get rid of their entire business structure. I don't even know if Advocare is around anymore. It doesn't really matter, but they're not an MLM anymore. They do not recruit, none of that shit, because they got fined by the FTC for being a pyramid scheme. Advocare, you know, the company that sold energy drinks for kids one time. That's what we're talking about here. It Works is just another one of those companies that the product is just a cover for what's going on underneath, which is a straight up legitimate pyramid scheme. And she is sugarcoating it by saying, no, all I do, I'm an influencer, and then when people want to try my products, I just help them get a personal discount. I mean, way to put it lightly. Shit. Oh my God, chick.
And literally I'm just sharing. And I think that especially in this day and age, especially with influencers and bloggers and all that stuff, I don't think people call bloggers salespeople. Do you? I don't think you do. I don't call bloggers salespeople because they literally are just sharing things that they use and making money from it while also helping people get discounts through their codes and stuff. That's literally what I do.
That's not literally what you do. Anyone who has like affiliate links and stuff like that, that's one thing, but you're not trying to recruit people to be underneath you to also sell those products. And then you're not also making a cut from every product that they sell. It is not the same thing. A blogger with an affiliate link being like, I like this stuff. Oh, and by the way, I have an affiliate link. Here you go. That is sharing a product. But what she's actually talking about, what she's actually doing, she is completely disregarding the fact that the biggest moneymaker for her in It Works is recruiting. That is what it is. And she's just like, no, I'm just helping them get a personal discount. No, they are your team now, and you are making a cut off of everything they buy and everything that everyone underneath them buys. I just hate the way she puts this because it's so misleading. It's misleading. It's dishonest. Oh, all I do is share the products. No, that is not all you do. She makes it sound so easy. I mean, there are a lot of people who give MLMs a bad rap, but I guess people like her kind of give them the dishonest rap because it's like, oh, just work from your phone. All you have to do is share the product. It's so easy. Look at how rich and happy I am. When it's not that at all. It's never been that. And it's 2021 and she's still out here saying this shit. It's like, ugh.
If you feel like you're not good at sales, good. You don't have to be a salesman to do what I do. Second thing is people's opinions. So this has nothing to do with this business. It has everything to do with judgmental people and the fact that you can't do anything without people having something to say about you. Nothing. You can't wear certain things. You can't wear a certain lip color. You can't do your hair a certain way without somebody judging what you're doing.
I mean, she's not wrong about that. And she's not wrong by saying like, oh, that's all on you. That's something you have to get over. You have to get, and she's right. If you're going to be in an MLM, you do have to get over the idea that people are going to be criticizing you. But here's the difference. Let's put it this way. I obviously get criticized on YouTube a lot. Every YouTuber does. People talk shit about my hair. People talk shit about my makeup. Those are things that I'm like, well, first of all, like, I like my hair. I like my makeup. So when people say that shit, it's really easy for me to get over because I'm like, I mean, it's not true. It's just inherently not true. When people criticize someone who is in an MLM, it is for very legitimate reason because my hair, my makeup is not affecting anyone but me. When you're in an MLM, your actions are negatively affecting a lot of people. Of course, people are going gonna speak out against you if you are doing something that is negatively affecting people, if you are manipulating people, if you are making things seem a lot easier than they are, and then, like, see, if I were to just sign up with her and be like, oh, I could get a discount and I can make money off of this, look at how rich you are, look at how successful you are, this is all you do, and then you get in there, it's just like fucking dishonest. And then you're like, well, I bought into this program and I paid all this money, I paid this startup fee and I bought all these products, I don't even like the products, and now I'm supposed to share them and be dishonest with the people in my life just to get my money back. It's like, there's so much wrong with this. There's so many victims. I'm just like at a loss for words. I'm like, how can you compare these things? They are not the same. Oh, you know what this is? This is cognitive dissonance. What's up, everybody? That's what this is. And she's been in this for 3.5 years, so the past 3.5 years, she's essentially brainwashed herself into believing that what she's doing is totally okay. Like, the way she talks about this just seems like she's like, this is the way things actually are. And it's like, no, they're not.
And I think that it's really, really sad that people can't take a leap into something like this, or open a business, or do something different, or wear something different, because they're so afraid of the judgment of others. I can tell you the happiest I've ever been in my life is the moment that I started living life for me.
It does. It makes me sad to think that people like don't want to wear makeup because they think that people are going to make fun of their makeup skills or whatever, or people don't want to wear that shirt because someone's going to tell them that they're showing too much midriff, or, you know, whatever. That is sad, because to me, I'm like, fucking wear whatever you want. It's not affecting me. I don't give a shit. But then she's like, it makes me sad that people are afraid to jump into this business. And it's like, they should be afraid because the failure rate is so fucking high and there are so many victims and they're very likely to become one of them. Ugh. Okay, let's just listen to what she has to say.
And I stopped waiting for other people's, opinions to dictate or change what I was doing with my life, because to be honest with you, not a single person that has something to say about you, I guarantee you would not trade places with them in your life. You would not go and live the life that they're living, because it's not what you want. So why would you let someone else dictate you paying your bills and changing you and having more confidence and doing something that makes you happy?
Because what that entails is making other people lose money and not be able to pay their bills and not be able to put food on their table. It's like, yeah, most people who are good people don't want to do that to other people. It just seems so obvious. And here's the other thing too, is that, like, what normal job, any job, do you have to sit here on Instagram and defend your work? Just anyone, just fucking any profession. No one has to get up here and defend what they do except for people in MLMs, because they are unethical, because they are criticized, and rightfully so. It's like, you have to sit here and play defense for your job. Red flag, hello, wee woo, wee woo.
Because you're afraid of what other people say. They're not living your life, they're not paying your bills, and they're not doing the things every day that you do to get you to where you want to be. They don't care about your dreams the way that you do. They don't want to make the money that you want to make. They don't have that same vision.
No one's dream is to sell weight loss products. That's why I never get it. Like, these people in MLMs are always like, just achieve your dreams. You can achieve your dreams. I mean, literally, the dream is always going to be financial freedom, or just like being able to have disposable income. It's always money based. It has nothing to do with, I just want to be happy with myself and not care about what anyone else says. Like, you could sell your soul to the devil if the price is right. Shit.
If we all went to the optometrist and got our eyes checked out, we would all wear different glasses, because we see different visions for our life, because God does not put the same vision on our hearts that they put on the person that you're afraid of making fun of you.
Hang on, what? I need to like rewind that and type that sentence out and try to make sense of it. This is very important. This is biblical, okay? I typed this sentence out and I'm going to read it to you, and let's try to interpret this together. Especially because she just got done talking about, like, physically your vision, right? Okay. God does not put the same vision on our hearts that they put on the person that you're afraid of making fun of you. And then she said, does that make sense? No, it does not. Listen, I've misspoken before. I misspeak a lot. Y'all should see the shit I cut out of my videos. I have to say things over and over again. Even then, sometimes my shit don't make sense. But this, I'm just like, okay, what vision are we talking about? Physical vision? God doesn't put physical vision on our heart. No, of course she's not saying that. She's talking about metaphorical vision. But why were we just talking about optometrists? This is a weird point for me to get stun locked on. But so is she saying that people who are making fun of you, the vision on their heart is just that they're like horrible people, and the vision in their heart is just to be a horrible person? It's just to make fun of people. Well, that's not what we're doing. Can we be honest with ourselves? That is not what we're doing.
That's the second objection. The third objection is that I don't have time. Listen, okay? Nobody joins my team because they have an abundance of time. They're either busy in college, they're mamas, they're stay-at-home moms, they work multiple jobs, they're a college student. I mean, all the things. I have it from all walks of life.
Are you taking notes? That's the list of people that are the easiest to manipulate. She's listing it right out for us. Stay-at-home moms, college students. Also, as I'm filming this, friend of the channel, Mac Attack, just posted a video today where he was going through a Zoom meeting with some Mon 8 Huns, and he made the good point, and I want to reiterate it because it's very good, is that like obviously this girl is about to be like, the people who joined me don't have time already, like, so they're doing this business and they already have no time. It's always pitched to you like it doesn't take a lot of time, like it won't take, it's just a side hustle, it takes time out of your spare time, that's it, that's all you have to do. The Zoom call that Mac was reacting to had these girls that we have seen before.
Let's fucking go, 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 go.
Saying like, you gotta show up every day and you got like, just essentially being like, you need to make your life about this. Okay, then what is it? What is it? Because these Mon 8 Huns were sitting here saying that you don't get to have any spare time. If you want to make the business work, you got to show up every day. People with regular jobs don't work every day. Some of them do, shit. Most of the time they don't though. You get a day off here and there, maybe 2 if you're lucky. Most people aren't showing up to their regular corporate 9-to-5s every single day. And this chick is about to just be like, oh, you don't need to spend any time doing it. And then the Mon 8 Huns are like, you have to spend all your time doing it. It's like, oh my god. Get your shit together, guys. Get your stories straight.
Why? Because what we do is the only job you can find that's going to work all on your own time. When I joined the business, I was a high school student. I was involved in like 16 different organizations. I was taking college credit classes. I was working a job, and I was trying to finish up my senior year of high school, and I promoted so quickly in this business. Why? Because you make time for what you make time for. And I was very intentional with all of the stuff that I had going on. So you have time that's just an excuse, and it's just fear telling you, oh, you can't add one thing onto your plate. Well, what if this one thing changed your entire life to where you didn't have to work that job you hated, where you got to stay home and raise your children instead of having someone else raise them, where you could put diapers on your kids and not count up every single grocery that you put in your cart at the grocery store, or only put $10 in your gas tank because that's all you can afford. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes you have to get uncomfortable in order to get comfortable one day, and that just comes from a decision that you make.
Okay. Whoa. There's a lot to unpack there, but basically, okay, so she's admitting that she was a high school student when she was preyed on, and obviously she is the top 1% that this opportunity worked out for. Now, she is not a regular story here. This is not something we see very often, especially in high school students. What? Can we not prey on high school students? Like, they already have enough shit. They have enough shit going on in their lives. Just like she said, I was in 16 different organizations. I think that was an over-exaggeration, but whatever. Kids in high school do not have enough life experience to know. Their idea is like, I gotta go to college so I can get the job I want. And then someone just comes along, it's like, I have a job that you're definitely gonna want, and you don't even have to go to college. That sounds pretty good. That sounds too good to be true. What was said to this girl to get her to sign up? It probably was something like that. Like, you want to go to college? You're probably going to want to do this instead. It's a lot easier. And then she just somehow made it work out for her to get herself into the top 1%. And this is awful, because if any high school student came across this, and we've even heard stories like this before. I think there was one specifically of like a Arbonne girl, that someone who was in high school, and then the day she turned 18, she signed up for Arbonne because she was following someone on Instagram who was with Arbonne and had this like amazing life. Turns out that it's not what she was promised. People watching her, they're just gonna go, that's all I have to do is be an influencer. That's all I have to do is post from my phone. That's it. I don't need to go to college then, which college isn't for everyone. But it's really sad when there are people like her who are like, yeah, I didn't have to go to college, and look at me now. You can do it too. It's like, no, you can't. You most likely cannot do it.
Fear. All of it goes in the category of fear. You're afraid. You don't know if you're going to be successful. You may not make sales. You're afraid that you'll fall flat on your face. You're afraid of what people are going to say about you. You don't think you're going to be good at it. But what if you are? What if you gave yourself the chance? What if you stepped out of your comfort zone and made that one decision to do that thing for you because you decided to step out of your comfort zone and not let fear cripple you? The enemy will tell you every single thing that he can to keep you from doing something good.
The enemy, is that Satan? Is that what we're talking about? Yeah, I mean, if we're the enemy, if anti-MLM is the enemy, let's say, and we're trying to tell people, like, say anything we can to get people not to join, it's not because we don't want to see people be successful. That's not it. We just don't want to see people fail. And statistically, statistically, most people do. A lot of those people who do fail end up in crippling debt. So, okay, if that makes us the enemy, I mean, fuck, I'll gladly be the enemy of MLMs, you know? I was lucky in my MLM experience that, I mean, I didn't make my money back, but I certainly didn't end up in crippling debt or anything, but some people do. Like, the MLMs I signed up for didn't have like some huge buy-in. It was like $200, and then I maybe spent a few more $100 on products because distributors are the customers. Meh. But I mean, back in the day, LuLaRoe was a minimum of $5,000 to buy in. Like, that's substantial debt. That's something you gotta open a credit card for. I think It Works is like $49 to sign up. So yeah, maybe the buy-in isn't that much money, like $50. It's a lot to some people, but it's not like crippling debt. What happens is that then they get in and it's like, well, if you want to sell the product, you have to be a product of the product. So you need to use the products. You need to spend all this money, and their products are overpriced. And even if you're getting a personal discount, they're still overpriced. It Works especially. It's like, it works. It doesn't fucking work. Their wraps and shit, I've used them. And spoiler alert, one of you guys sent me some more of them. So, and some It Works keto coffee and stuff like that. Like, I have It Works to try. I'm just waiting until I'm done breastfeeding. But I've tried the wraps before. I'm sorry, it's all bullshit. But they expect you to use those products whether they work or not, because like that's how you're gonna sell it, you know? No one's gonna want to buy them from you if you're not using them yourself. So that's where a lot of the debt comes in a lot of these MLMs. You end up replacing everything in your life with these products that cost 3 times more than you're used to paying for them, and they ain't even that great.
Tell you that you're not good enough, tell you that you don't look like them, tell you that you don't have the time for it. You're just meant to go in this cycle of life that you're in. This is what your life is just supposed to look like. Let me tell you that living on the other side of it, it's not. I grew up in government housing. We were broker than broke. I went without a lot of times, and there was a lot of times I wondered if this was all there was to life.
She's broker than broke, but her mom was buying all of her fundraiser shit. That shit's expensive. I don't think she understands the definition of broke. This chick is clearly privileged. I think she's just really super sugarcoating it.
But I'm telling you that on the other side of it, it's on the other side of that fear. It's on the other side of your comfort zone, and there's so much more for your life and for the things that God has planned for you. You're not meant to be mediocre.
God does not plan for his children to scam people. Do I have to bring up the story in the Bible where Jesus went flipping tables in like a courtyard in front of a temple or something because they were merchants? And then he was like, don't make a marketplace out of my father's house. And he went flipping tables and shit. Like, God, hey, God never intended for you to make a marketplace out of his house either. What she's doing is pretty much blasphemy, dude. Jesus is out here like, stop selling stuff in the name of my father. And she's all like, God has this plan for you. No! It's manipulation. Yeah, you're manipulating religious people. You are preying on religious people. Every time you say the word God, people who are religious go, oh, you're right. I'm not meant to be mediocre. God wants me to do that. No, he does not. The Bible, you know, the book that you base your entire fucking life off of, actually pretty much condemns what you're doing.
You're meant to live a life that makes you unhappy. You're meant to live a life of abundance, and to be able to do all these things that you want to do and those things that keep you up at night, that you dream about having. God wants you to have that life, but he can't bless the steps you're not willing to take. And so I only hope that maybe I said something that shows you that you've just got to do it. You've got to jump. You've got to get uncomfortable. You've got to step out of that comfort zone, because nothing happens on and inside your comfort zone. Nothing. And I watch women every single day just say, look, I'm trusting you. Let's do this. And now their whole lives look different. You know, no one that's on my team that's successful, no one that has taken the leap over the last 3.5 years with me did it not afraid. They didn't do it because it was just an effortless decision. It was something they were afraid of too, but they said, you know what? I deserve the life that I want to live. So,
but like the thing is that like those people oftentimes literally have to make a decision. Like, so when they're jumping into this shit afraid, you know what they're afraid of? They're afraid of people in their life, just like she said, you know, what are they gonna say? You know what they're gonna say? They're gonna say, I can't support you in this. And then you're gonna go to your upline and be like, my mom said that she doesn't support this. And most of these MLMs will be like, that person is suppressive, you don't need them in your life, just move on. It's like, where's the line though? Because my mom doesn't want to support me and it works, do I need to cut my mother off? You know, that's what these people are afraid of. It is very well known that MLMs ruin people's relationships. They ruin a lot of friendships. I've personally experienced my relationships with people being hindered by my MLM involvement. And that's just an anecdote from my end, but we hear anecdotes from a lot of other people that are very similar.
I hope that you heard something on here that shows you that you can do this too. Shoot me a message, ask me questions, ask me if you would be able to do this, if this is something you could balance, because I promise you there's a whole other life out there for you, friend, and I'm just here waiting to help you. So I hope y'all have a great day, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.
Send me a message and ask me if I think that you can do this. Spoiler alert, 100% of the time she's going to say yes, you can do this. And she's gonna love bomb you until you decide to do it. It's just awful. It's gross. Anyway, that was the end of the video. As always, leave me comments down below and let me know what you think, but I feel like this all is coming from a very misguided young lady. And no one can blame her for being misguided, of course, because she was so young when she got into this business. But what you can blame her for is perpetuating that misguidance. Yeah. But anyway, guys, with that all being said, let me know what you think down below. And now it's time to thank my patrons and my YouTube members. If you want to be part of what I'm about to read, also our exclusive Discord server, our postcard club, merch deals. Sometimes I'll give you early access to new videos. Just depends on how far ahead of my work schedule I am. All of that and more, you can either go to patreon.com/SavannahMarie, or you can click the join button down below underneath this video to join my YouTube membership. Both programs are generally the same. So the biggest thank you in the whole wide world goes to Amanda McMahon, Elizabeth Wyatt, Eve Blondo, Meredith Nakata, Molly Wasilewski, Alice W., April Lindblom, Boris Geller, Katrina Rosemarick, Daniel Urena, E. Higgins, Erica Louder-Craddock, Evan Adler, Jerry Duncan, Kelly Creffield, Kim Cartwright, Laura Lynn Martin, Maddie Darley, Rachel McHenry, Samantha Jackson, Tuesday the 13th, Auntie Lou, Vamp Faye, Abigail Hansen, Fallon Lowry, Sabrina Franklin, and Julia Nieberdowski. And to the rest of my financial supporters, thank you so much for being here and for being you. Even if you're not a financial supporter of mine, thank you for making it to the end of this video. Starbon and I are very grateful for you. Don't forget, there probably won't be another Monday video this upcoming week, but I am working on a deep dive, so don't you worry. The content is still coming. I just have to work a little harder on it this week. Keep making waves, babes. I will smell you all later. Mommy Tsunami out.